FAA orders temporary grounding of some Boeing 737 MAX 9 jets after emergency landing. And Boeing is back in the spotlight.
Mr. rebuffs Elon Musk.
Options for those who have run out of cloud storage. Secure 2.0 Act allows early distribution from retirement accounts without penalty.
Top 10 places to visit in 2024.
Elite schools searching for college presidents. Ackman's wife apologizes for plagiarism. Charlie Munger unsure if his investing playbook still works.
Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin remains hospitalized but resumes full duties. January 6 attack resonates in smaller-scale acts of political violence.
Supreme Court to hear Trump appeal of Colorado ballot ban.
Hezbollah fires rocket barrage into Israel as Blinken mounts new de-escalation push. Washington heats up nuclear energy competition with Russia, China. One apps. This app lets restaurants and coffee shops charge to use the bathroom.
Good or bad news? This is good news as it signals the launch of a new app store that will provide developers with access to GPTs, text-generating AI models, allowing for innovation and the creation of custom apps. 2. OpenAI. OpenAI's app store for GPTs will launch next week. Good or bad news? This is good news as it signals the launch of a new app store that will provide developers with access to GPTs, text-generating AI models, allowing for innovation and the creation of custom apps.
3. Skyted. This startup is bringing a voice frequency absorber to CES 2024.
Microsoft is putting AI ads on keyboards, which can be seen as good news for the company as it expands its AI capabilities and finds new ways to monetize its products.
The article discusses the importance of data ownership rights in mature markets, implying that there might be some concerns or issues in this area. This can be seen as bad news, highlighting potential challenges and the need for regulation.
Sam Altman was fired as CEO of OpenAI, which is bad news for the company as it faces leadership changes and potential instability.
TechCrunch will be providing coverage of CES 2024, which is seen as good news for the tech community, as it will keep them informed about the latest developments and announcements in AI and consumer electronics. VCs are optimistic about AI investing in 2024, suggesting that the market is maturing and there is potential for growth. This is seen as good news for the AI startup market.
JPM offers first glimpse of what 2024 might portend for biopharma sector. Good news. The J.P. Morgan Healthcare Conference, taking place next week, will provide insight into what the year 2024 might bring for the biopharma sector. Explanation. The J.P. Morgan Healthcare Conference is one of the most significant events in the healthcare and biopharma industries, where industry stakeholders gather to discuss and present their plans and expectations for the coming year. The conference serves as a platform for discussing emerging trends, advancements in medical research, and potential breakthroughs in the biopharma sector. Attending this conference allows industry professionals to gain valuable insights from industry leaders, share knowledge, collaborate, and make informed decisions about investment, research, and development strategies. It provides a comprehensive overview of the current state of the biopharma sector and offers a preview of what the future might hold. In the context of the news article, the fact that thousands of industry stakeholders are attending this conference suggests that there is a significant interest in understanding the direction and potential opportunities the biopharma sector might offer in 2024. This indicates a positive outlook and the anticipation of positive developments and advancements within the industry.
Allogene Therapeutics, a pharmaceutical company, has made a significant strategic decision to restructure its pipeline priorities. As part of this restructure, Allogene will no longer focus on 2 studies that were testing a blood cancer therapy called Cema-cel. The main purpose of this decision is to extend the company's financial runway into 2026, meaning they want to ensure they have enough funding to continue their operations for a longer period of time. To achieve this, Allogene will be cutting 22% of its workforce.
Bluebird, a biology company, has announced a positive development regarding its sickle cell gene therapy. In a recently disclosed deal, they have secured a second outcomes-based coverage contract, effectively increasing the number of covered patients in the United States. With this contract, their therapy is now available to around 200 million people in total.
FDA probes GLP-1 receptor agonists on reports of suicidal thoughts, hair loss. The FDA has announced an investigation into GLP-1 receptor agonists, including Novo Nordisk's Wegovy and Eli Lilly's Zepbound, due to reports from patients experiencing suicidal thoughts, hair loss, and aspiration.
Biospace is hosting a webinar on alternative funding strategies with guests from Halia Therapeutics, Triumvira Immunologics, and the Alzheimer's Drug Discovery Foundation. The purpose of the webinar is to discuss various financing options that companies can explore in 2024. Viewers are encouraged to watch the webinar to gain insights into alternative funding strategies within the medical industry.
Biopharma Layoff Tracker 2024 has a bad news. Companies like Intellia, Thermo Fisher, Era, and more have recently cut staff, leading to layoffs in the pharma and biotech industry. This tracker provides up-to-date information on the latest layoffs in the field.
AbbVie has signed 2 deals with Umoja Biopharma, which could be beneficial news for the company. The agreements will enable AbbVie to utilize Umoja Biopharma's VivoVec delivery platform. This platform helps patients' cells generate CAR-T cells, which are cells that combat cancer. It is a positive development for AbbVie, as they can potentially leverage this technology to target multiple cancers. OnCusp Therapeutics has a good news because they have raised $100 million in a Series A funding round with prominent investors like Novo Holdings and OrbiMed. They are focusing on the lucrative antibody-drug conjugate ADC market. ADCs are a type of targeted therapy that combines the specificity of monoclonal antibodies with the cytotoxic effects of chemotherapy drugs. They consist of an antibody that is specifically designed to recognize and bind to a specific protein target found on cancer cells. Attached to the antibody is a cytotoxic drug, which is released once the ADC binds to the cancer cell, effectively killing it. Overall, OnCusp Therapeutics is well positioned to develop novel ADC therapies with the funds raised, catering to the growing demand in the market. Lilly has a good news because they have launched a new digital healthcare platform that aims to make it easier for consumers to access their weight loss drug Zepbound and other medications. This direct-to-consumer website and services will provide a convenient and streamlined way for people to learn about and obtain their prescribed drugs.
CG Oncology has filed for an initial public offering (IPO), making it the first such filing of the year. The California-based company specializes in oncology, which is the branch of medicines with the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of cancer. This news indicates positive growth and potential for the company in the coming months.
Harvard's robotic exoskeleton shows promise in improving walking and reducing falls in people with Parkinson's. This is good news, as it indicates a potential solution for a common problem faced by Parkinson's patients.
Pepper Bio raised $6.5 million in seed funding. This is good news for the company, as it provides them with the necessary capital to further develop their business.
Dooley's contraceptive care platform for the Indian market was well received at TechCrunch Disrupt's Battlefield cohort in 2023. This positive reception is good news for Dooley, as it validates their product and its potential market.
MIT scientists are working on a vibrating obesity pill that simulates the sensation of being full. This is good news, as it signals a potential breakthrough in the field of obesity treatment.
DP Tekken, a Chinese AI startup, is setting its sights on the U.S. market. This is good news, as it indicates the company's ambitions for growth and expansion.
1. Good news for MVNOs as more are being established.
Summary. The article highlights the positive trend of an increasing number of MVNOs, mobile virtual network operators, being created.
Evaluation. This is good news, as it indicates a growing market for MVNOs, which can bring more competition and potentially better services for consumers. 2. FirstCry seeks to raise $220 million in India IPO. Summary. FirstCry, a major e-commerce platform for mother and baby products in India, plans to raise $218 million through an initial public offering. Logan Paul promises CryptoZoo refunds, but only if you don't sue him. This is bad news, as it suggests that the CryptoZoo game launched by Logan Paul was a failure and potentially fraudulent. The condition of not being able to sue him further raises suspicions. Talks of Bitcoin spot ETF approval circulate as India blocks exchange sites. This news is mixed, as it indicates potential positive developments in the form of a Bitcoin spot ETF approval. However, the negative aspect is that India has blocked access to several crypto exchange sites.
Crypto losses declined over 50% in 2023. This is good news, as it suggests that the overall losses in the crypto industry have significantly decreased compared to the previous year, indicating some improvements in security and stability. Why I'm modestly crypto bullish in 2024. This article suggests that there is some optimism for the cryptocurrency market in 2024, which can be considered as good news for crypto enthusiasts and investors.
Why Puma is sticking to its Web3 bets as crypto shakes off a long winter. This is good news, as it highlights Puma's commitment to the Web3 space and their confidence in the future of cryptocurrencies, despite the challenges faced by the crypto industry in the past.
Job gains accelerate, capping year of healthy hiring. Payrolls increased by 216,000 and the unemployment rate held steady at 3.7%.
Stocks end rough week on high note.
Advances in artificial intelligence, medicine, and other fields promise a better future.
The de-risking of China-reliant supply chains is creating new risks.
The job market can stay strong without rekindling inflation. Eurozone inflation rises less than expected.
Economist Alberto Musalem named next president of St. Louis Fed. Karen Langley, Hannah Meow, and Jack Pitcher have good news. Charlie Munger's investing playbook can still work, despite the struggles of value investing in a low-interest rate era. Munger warned investors to expect lower returns, but his strategies can still be effective.
Good news. Stripe's secondary stock sale indicates that investors are starting to value the company higher than its recent valuation. Explanation. This is good news for HSBC, as it demonstrates the company's efforts to stay competitive in the evolving fintech industry and cater to the needs of international transfer customers. Good news. HSBC has launched a new product called Zing to compete better with fintech companies like Wise and Revolut. Explanation. This is good news for HSBC, as it demonstrates the company's efforts to stay competitive in the evolving fintech industry and cater to the needs of international transfer customers.
Good news. Exponent Founders Capital raised $75 million in capital commitments for investing in early-stage startups. Startups Deal Dive, a Stripe secondary deal worth paying attention to. Good news for Stripe, as investors are valuing the company above its recent slashed valuation.
Korean micromobility startup G-Bike may buy up the competition before its 2025 IPO. Good news for G-Bike, as it plans to expand and potentially acquire other micromobility companies.
This app lets restaurants and coffee shops charge to use the bathroom. No specific company mentioned.
Rest in peace, 2023 startups. Here's to 2024. No specific company mentioned.
Investors are optimistic about 2024. Good news for investors as they anticipate increased exit and M&A activity in 2024.
Good news for Stripe, a recent secondary stock sale suggests that investors are valuing Stripe above its previously slashed valuation. This indicates optimism and confidence in the company's prospects.
Good news for AI investing. Venture capitalists are optimistic that AI investing will move beyond hype in 2024. This implies a positive outlook for the AI industry and potential growth opportunities.
Good news for enterprise AI adoption. Investors are hoping for increased enterprise adoption and vertical AI solutions in 2024. This indicates potential demand for AI technologies in various industries and growth opportunities for AI startups.
Bad news for the global venture capital market. The global venture capital market is not yet recovered, and there are concerns about continued weakness in 2024, which could lead to a retreat in VC investment. Good and bad news for African tech startups. The previous year was tough for African tech startups, with difficulties in securing venture capital, down rounds becoming common, and news of fire sales and layoffs. However, the outlook for 2024 is described as a mixed bag, suggesting potential improvements and challenges.